Okay, sorry, it's kind of dark. My phone's really low and flash doesn't work, but I wanted to pick up where I left off in the last video. I said I wanted to talk more about illness, and the question I have, and I'm sure I'm going to piss people off, but that's not my intent, okay? But this is the question I've been asking myself. Could we be sick if we didn't have time? Could we stay sick without a safety net or a caretaker or someone who cares? And hear me out. The reason I'm asking this is because when I look at people who are, and all right, let's get this straight. I'm diagnosed with multiple chronic degenerative illnesses. Okay, so I understand. I know what it's like to live in pain. I also know what it's like to power through. And here's the thing, like I get praised and, oh, Christie, you're so strong, how do you do it, blah, blah, blah. The only answer, it's not that I'm some fucking god, it's that I have no choice. You know, I don't have anybody to wipe my butt or to feed me or to do the things that people who are and stay chronically ill do have. So I wonder sometimes, is there some kind of enabling going on? I've addressed in the past, and I'll say it again, more often than not, there are benefits in staying sick, right? Whether it's a paycheck or sympathy or whatever. And I'm not about to say that people pretend to be sick and they're not. Okay, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I'm asking, if you had no choice, would you still be as sick as you are? Now, just because I'm powering through does not mean my disabilities have magically gone away. There is something to be said about mind over matter. There's also something to be said about the connection and disconnection of nature and all that is natural. I think these are valid questions, and I do want to know your opinion, and I'm not talking about people that, were born with birth defects or this and that, or so, I'm talking about people like me, or you, or, that may have acquired a disease later on. Yeah, we could blame GMOs, we could blame vaccines, you could blame anything you want, that's fine. But I went through that too, and I'm still standing. I've gone through 3 different periods of my life where doctors said I'll never walk again, I'll never have a child again, and I'm in the hospital with surgery being told I'm pregnant, or, there I am 8 months later walking, or, I know that when I used to go to doctors and believe everything they said, my outlook on life was like, oh, poor me, why would I be born just to be sick and suffer? And that's a valid question too, especially if you absorb all of the programming that we are brought up with, yeah? So, through necessity, the mother of invention, yeah, I got to find cheap, effective, efficient ways to help myself. Why? Because I had no choice. Not because I'm a superhero. It's because I had no choice. I didn't have anything or anyone or a paycheck. Literally, nothing to rely on. So I had to keep plugging away. I had to keep driving around even though I couldn't complete a coherent sentence. I had to do everything I've done to keep going and to get better. I had no choice. Like, there's been times where things you know, where I look back in my life where they have been easier, right? Or there was somebody that could take care of me or something. I was sick, like disabling sick, a lot more often. I don't know, just questions I'm pondering. And, you know, the whole disability versus diff ability. We all have some kind of what somebody else would consider a disability, right? Everybody's diagnosing everybody else. You're mentally ill, you're this, you're that, blah, blah, blah. Let's get over it. If you were born on this planet, you're fucking mentally ill, all right? Period. You cannot be taken out of the womb with bright lights and slapped around and ripped away from your mother and survived all the trauma and disease and end of the world scenario and everything that we go through in this life. Forced to follow your master and punished for not being, you know, all of that. You can't go through that without some kind of dis-ease. Now, mentally ill in the sense that, oh, you need drugs? Well, we all know, well, those of us who look outside mainstream media, thank you, Dr. Peter Bregan and others who have proven that there is no chemical imbalance that has ever been proven, scientifically proven, except that which is induced after these brain-disabling drugs are introduced. And as a psychologist for about 6 decades, leading the way, he will say plainly, not one person should be on those brain-disabling drugs. Hello, school shootings and all these other things. What do they have in common? Those drugs. Thank you very much. And I'd like to bring up depression, bipolar, anxiety, things like that were never associated with violence until what? Until those drugs were introduced. So make whatever choice you want for yourself. That's fine. I'm just saying nature is the answer. Okay, that disconnection from nature is what leads to dis-ease. What are we not at ease with? If you are not living in your natural state, if everything is done for you, yeah? You have all these safety nets. You got government to take care of you. You got the electricity company to take care of you. You got some organization to take care of you. You got some whatever to take care of you. Where's the struggle to learn anything? Where's the drive to break out of that if you have all these safety nets? So that's my question. I'm not special, okay? Why do I have the ability to keep coming back and keep healing myself? I think it's lack of safety net. What do you think? Anyways, have a good day. Bye.